stucco, but it could look really cool, I think, to give this Caribbean feel with that around it. You'll see, I'm going to pull up some better stone material samples on the drawing. We have it here, but I'll pull some up as well. But basically, this is an up-close view of one of the options stone-wise. This matches pretty close to what you've got on your ground. These would be a little bit smaller pieces, but it is just show you where these are kind of round, a little more natural. This is kind of a comparison. This is the same concept, but they're flat. The advantage with that, the water runs a little smoother over this, and there's less grout in these joints, where when you do something like this, you're going to see more grout in these spaces in between. Just two different options, it's something to look at. And then the other one I have is a darker stone option, which is something like this. This could look cool because it could contrast and stick out a little bit more versus everything just being so, more monotoned of like a tan color like this here. So these are a few stone options that we would recommend that work well with these water walls and are designed for these type of applications in that area.
Okay, cool.
So getting back to the design, that's kind of the idea with this. Now, one thing we did put in here just to give this Caribbean feel, you may have seen before in pools where they use like ceramic or these mosaic type 3D tiles. That's a 3D image there. Basically, it's like a pocket system like this.
Yeah.
So we have one it's actually a green one. I think it's this one here. That would work well, something like this, where we can, and there's different sizes we can order this, but it's a fabric like this that we adhere to the wall. There's the one that I quoted was, I think, 9 by 12, so that we could kind of piece it in and around that area.
Yeah, and then how is that irrigated?
Well, most of those plants are plants that take in the water, ones that they can take moisture into the air, so like bromeliads.
Okay.
There's two things. You could run some kind of drip system off the wall. Sorry, I'm going to get back to this page here. So you could run some kind of drip system off the wall, that kind of would drip on them, or some kind of misting system as well that we could run drip lines that have misters that would mist all that. The other option is, something once in the summertime, you probably would get enough rain and moisture, be okay, but something probably on a lot of that once a week. If you took a hose and just squirted it down, it would create enough moisture for most of that stuff to be fine. I did not figure in an irrigation drip system. I wanted to just kind of first make sure I definitely want to go that route. Now, we did propose to put an autofill valve into this and tie it into your irrigation line that's already in place.
Okay.
And that has no effect, because the water doesn't get treated until after it enters the system. We would basically, you have an irrigation line, I believe, here already.
Yes, yep.
That we would tap off a 1/2 inch, a 1/4 inch line with tubing and go up these walls, and then do misters off of there is how we would irrigate. So I don't foresee it being a big deal to do, to be honest with you, because you already got the line in place.
I got you.
Just know it would go on when your system community goes on. So what we could do is put a ball valve for you.
Okay.
Where you could turn the ball valve off and turn off the water supply to the wall.
Cool.
So that would be something we could definitely just put in a small little valve in the ground that gives you the flexibility. But that's the idea, though, with the wall. For the frame of this thing, we're planning to do a really thin, this will be a metal frame here that basically separates these areas. I don't want a bulky frame. Sometimes we do it intentionally do a thick frame. At the top, there will be about a 6-inch frame. We have to just have that because of the spillway where the water comes out of.
Okay.
But the cool thing, though, is if you have plants up top here, those plants could probably weep over and all soften that field.
Yeah.
So I think that's not an issue to me.
Yeah.
So another thing we did, I did leave the bottom, I'm going to say roughly 2 feet equal with the column.
Yeah.
Without plants, so that you could still have plants in the ground on both sides.
Okay.
So that, because I think it would be kind of funky if you bring the wall plants down to the ground. I think I'd rather see like a ground plant here and here, and then start with the wall up here. One thing we showed for the gutter, and I'll pull up a better picture, is using this. Basically, they take imprints of real trees, and so there's this. It's this bark-looking stuff. Right?
Oh,
and
cool.
It's it's a rubber. Basically, what it is, it's a rubber material. It's flexible, and we order it in sheets. And so what we can do is, my plan is that we would wrap your gutter with a pipe, a PVC thick Schedule 40 pipe, and then glue and adhere this around it to make it look like a trunk of a tree.
Dude, that'd be sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that could look really cool. Kind of just like it'll be like a 10-inch, 12-inch diameter tree cut in half that kind of wraps up this gutter behind it. And I've got a picture. Let me pull up the photo of your space there. So basically, we would be able to take it up to, if you can see my mouse here, just because of this curve, we'd be able to take it up to like here.
Yeah.
And take it all down to, well, we could take it all. We could take it to the ground, but we need to put this pipe here in the bottom. We need to put this into a drain pipe and run it out to the front somewhere if you want to go to the ground. Or we could just end it down here. And that's kind of up to you, because you could just put a plant, like these plants here could be in front where you kind of hide the bottom part. Or you could say, man, I really want to take this thing right to the ground, make it flare out, make it look like it's, a tree trunk. It's really what you want to put into us doing it and how you want to run it. But what I figured for was just going pretty much from this point, I'm going to say roughly a foot off the ground to about a foot off the top, make this a big arc with that tree bark material on it, which could look, this could look really cool in that dark color, just wrapping that all
Oh,
around.
yeah, I love that.
So
Okay.
let me show you now. What I'm going to pull up is a video here. Basically, it's a 3D image video to give you a little bit more idea of what this is going to really look like, or help, ideas see what this looks like.
Dude, that is cool.
Yeah, it is hard. My desire is, Chris, is it's an area which is hard to show, but you definitely should help give that.
No, dude, that's awesome, man. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, and this is to scale for the most part. So when you're looking at the size and spaces, this is what it would look like.
Dude, that's exactly... I'm literally getting choked up right now. Oh, that's really cool, dude.
Yeah, we put your hammock in there too.
You guys rock, man. I tell you. Top of the line.
Awesome.